Hey weirdos, welcome back. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. As you can see, what? Do I know words today? Who knows? As you can see, I've got my darling daughter, Becky, is here with us, and I was doing a new set on her, so I figured why not film an updated removal? And it's not going to be new because it's the same thing that I always do. I'm going to start by filing off the top coat, my creepy little one. I'm going to file off the top coat. You can use an e-file like I'm using. You can use a hand file. You can use whatever file you want, you love, you have. And I'm just going to take off the top coat. That way, when I go to soak her nails off in the acetone here in a little bit, the acetone can penetrate. Because with that top coat on, the acetone really won't go down to those dip layers. And the removal I'm going to do, you can do this for dip powder, acrylic, gel, polygel, builder gel. You can use this technique for any type of removal, even nail polish. If you're just a nail polish person and you want a quick removal, here you go. Although nail polish is not difficult to take off in my personal experience, this kid was creeping me out the entire time I was doing her nails. I don't know how I'm able to focus with this child sitting across from me. Anyways, very, very simple. I have my e-file in forward. It's going at about 12,000 RPM, and this is a fine carbide cone bit. Everything that I'm using will be linked down in the description box below in case you want to check anything out. I should mention that I am not touching her natural nail at all with this drill bit. You do not want to touch natural nail with any type of carbide bit. Also want to mention that if you are doing this on a gel overlay like builder gel or polygel, you may want to consider filing off as much as you can without touching natural nail before you soak off. And yes, you can soak off extensions like this too. Nail tips, jelly tips, whatever, what have you. But for gel, because it does take longer to soak, file off as much as you can without touching nail. So here's my soak off thing. This is nothing more than hot, dry rice. You don't have to use rice. You can use anything that'll stay warm. Water, beans, a heating pad, whatever, but heat does expedite the acetone soak off process. So in a Ziploc baggie, I'm putting in a paper towel. I'm going to put in 100% acetone, which is super important. Will this work with nail polish remover? It will, but it will take 4,000 years. So acetone is key. Make sure it's 100% acetone. This is the one that I am using. I got it from Amazon. I'll leave it in the description box below. And to the acetone, I don't measure really at all. I just pour in like a decent amount, and she's going to stuff her hands down in there. I'm also going to add a little bit of cuticle oil. This will just help keep her skin and her nails hydrated because acetone can really dry out your skin and nails. So I'm going to get all of this in the Ziploc bag. I'm going to put the Ziploc bag into the container of rice. That will heat it up and keep it warm. And then she's going to stuff her whole hands in there. While she is soaking, I do instruct her to use that paper towel to rub against her nails. It's not abrasive at all. You don't want anything rough on your nails. But the paper towel just helps move the process along a little bit quicker when you're rubbing it against your nails. So I'm going to go ahead, have her stuff her hands in here, and then I'm going to cover her hands up with a dish towel. This serves two purposes. One, it keeps the heat in, and it keeps the acetone fumes out of your face. That's the only thing the dish towel is doing. You don't have to use it if you don't want to. So I'm going to let her sit and hang out for about 5 to 6 minutes. That's literally as quick as it goes. 6-minute soak off. Again, for gel, polygel, builder gel, or really thick acrylic or glitter acrylic, it may take a little bit longer, but for just a basic dip application that she had, 6 minutes, and she's pretty much clean. There's a couple of little bits here and there, but that'll come off easy with a file. We're going to get into how I prep her nails for her new set, and she does wear her sets for about 2 weeks at a time. They don't lift, they don't crack, they don't peel, nothing. I'm going to start with my Young Nails Swipe Solution, but you don't have to use this. Any dehydrator or alcohol will do. What I'm doing here is just getting the cuticle oil that was in with the acetone off of her nail plate. That way they're dry when I go to file. And here's what I'm going to do for her. Now, granted, prep is going to be different for everybody because everyone's nails are different, right? But for my little one, the prep routine that I do for her is I'm going to take my cuticle bit on my e-file, and I'm going to just get rid of that dead cuticle that's on her nail plate. This is very gentle. It does not damage the nail. It does not hurt her skin. Super gentle. So I'm going to do that to all 5 nails. This is on a very low speed also with my e-file. It's at about 6,000 RPM, also in forward direction. You can absolutely use a gentle hand file to do this. I would recommend a 180 grit file, and you just want to cruise around your cuticle area to get all that dead skin up. So now that I've gotten her dead cuticle up off the nail, I'm going to brush that all away. And I'm doing this, you don't have to brush anything away if you don't want to. I'm doing this so I can see where I'm at, make sure I didn't miss anything. And now, again, this is not a step everyone needs to take, but Becca does tend to have oilier nail beds. So I like to take my fine grit sanding band. And again, you can use a fine grit nail file. And I'm just going to remove the shine from her natural nail. I am not applying any pressure. Her nails, as you can see, have no damage, and I do this every single time I do her nails every 2 weeks. Her nails are super healthy. Again, it's a personal thing. Everyone's going to prep their nails differently, but this is the way I prefer to prep her nails and my nails for no lifting. This is going to be key. If you have had lifting issues with your application, prep is probably the culprit, and you want to make sure that you're getting that nail completely clean, completely dehydrated, which we're going to get into here in a minute, and there's no shine, because your application, whatever you're putting over your nails, be it dip, acrylic, gel, polygel, builder gel, whatever, it is not going to want to stick to a smooth or shiny surface. So that is the point of this. This is what's going to help prevent a good majority of whatever lifting you may be having. So I'm going to go ahead, get all of her nails gently roughed up and dull looking, if you will. They're a little ashy. And then I'm going to show you what I use to dehydrate her nails. So I've gotten all of her nails filed. I'm going to take away all that dust, and now we're going to dehydrate. Now, I've heard so many people ask questions about this. What do you use to dehydrate your nails? Can you use alcohol, acetone, dehydrator? I like a dehydrator. Alcohol is just, for me, not strong enough to really dehydrate the nail, and I do scrub it into the nail. That way it gets into every little groove and crack and crevice in her natural nail, and I do take it all the way up and try to get it a little bit underneath that cuticle area. This is going to make sure that there are no oils on the nail, because if there are oils on the nail, that can also contribute to lifting. Now I am done with prep, and I can go ahead and get her mani going. And just like that, here's her fresh set. This color is by Revel Nail. It's called Brisk, I believe. I will leave it in the box along with the color I'm wearing on my nail, which is also by Revel. It's called Peaking. So if you want a detailed video on how to do dip powder for beginners, a very basic step-by-step, I'm going to go ahead and leave that up in the cards. That was my last video that I uploaded, I think. But this is how I do my removal and prep. I hope you guys found this helpful. Let me know down below. Have a great rest of your day, and I will catch you in the next one. Love you, bye.